Yo, how y'all boys feeling? How y'all doing? How y'all coming? Just breathe back in the chat, you feel me? I'm back with another video for y'all boys. This video today, we're gonna be talking about manifestation. We're gonna be speaking on how you could turn your manifestations into reality. The things that we visualize, the things that we can imagine, we're gonna bring that into the physical realm, you feel me? All with manifestation. Without further ado, we about to jump straight into the video. Alright, so I know most of y'all done heard of manifestation, you feel me? For those who don't know, manifestation is the process of achieving one of your goals or your dreams, primarily through the process of thought. And those thoughts, they gotta be positive, you feel me? And it comes with a set of rules and regulations that you gotta play by. I know most of us, we done heard manifestation as just thinking real hard about something, maybe writing down 5,000 times that I want to be successful, I want to be rich, talking to yourself in the mirror every morning, telling yourself what you want to be, wishing $1,000 just randomly falls on your head. But today, that's not gonna be the manifestation that we're gonna talk about. Although you may hear some people trying to make it seem like manifestation is some sort of scientific concept. To be honest, it's really not. They try to spin a narrative. They use the term law of attraction and try to make it seem like it's some sort of universal law, like gravity. Feel me? But it's not that. $1,000 isn't just gonna come your way unless you surrounded by a whole bunch of rich people. Money's not just gonna come flying your way. Friends, whatever goals or dreams you have aren't just gonna come flying your way by just you writing it down and hoping. If that was the case, then we wouldn't have people in other countries starving. I promise you, they're manifesting a different world that they could live in right now. But it's not working because it's not that simple. So today I'm gonna break down for y'all how manifestation really works, how to actually use it as a tool to better your life. All right, so first I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and get y'all brains warmed up. Visualize a goal for yourself, a dream, the thing that you want above everything else in the world. I need y'all to visualize you in that moment, whoever you want to be, whenever you want to be. Use all your senses. Touch the environment around you, smell the air, hear the sounds all around you, taste whatever you got in this little wild imagination of yours. This goal, this dream is the only thing that you care about. No drawbacks or limited views. Just let your imagination run wild. And that right there, that's the first step to manifesting. First, you gotta find your goalpost. Figure out what you want in life. Be that a lawyer, be that a doctor, be that just being rich, having a big dumb house. First, find what you want so you can work towards that. So the psychology behind this is us simply thinking and visualizing a goal helps us to have action and behavior towards that goal. Us visualizing and thinking of this goal or this dream helps us have action or behavior actually going towards that goal that you want. It's thought, action, then accomplishment. Some of us may have heard the mere measurement effect. It's us just basically asking ourselves if we're going to do something that increases the likelihood of us actually doing it. Just simply asking ourselves if we're going to do something, like if we're going to go to the gym today, increases the odds of us actually doing it. We need to make sure we're actively asking ourselves questions, drawing up that thought in order to actually proceed with the action. But this thought, action, and an accomplishment, that doesn't always work. Because if it did, then this video probably wouldn't even be a thing, you feel me? Just because you think about going to the gym, think about doing some homework, that doesn't mean you automatically do it. But we can't blame that on manifestation though. That's on you. But it's not too hard to fix. Sometimes we do the thinking and the visualization part wrong, but I'm gonna break down 4 steps on how you could go ahead and fix that real quick. All right, so the first one is belief. Belief creates your reality. The way you look at things or perceive things can change the way on how these things present themselves in your life. A lot of us, we look at money in a pessimistic way. Say you were brought up poor. Your parents, they're always complaining about money, maybe even fighting about it. That just plants a negative connotation about money in your head. You end up thinking that money is a negative thing. For me, When I was younger, my parents wasn't the most well off. So I seen the struggles that we had financially, and I didn't want that at all for my life. So I went about saving my money very, very strongly, saving my money. Very, very intensely saving my money, not trying to spend a dime. And I was missing out on opportunities that I could have did just because I was so intent on saving my money, just so I wouldn't end up in the light that I seen my parents. I put so much emphasis on getting money that it started stopping me from doing the things that I wanted to do. It also stopped me from taking risks with my money that may make my money grow, like investing. I wasn't trying to invest because I was scared of the downside that might come with it while never looking at the ups. I stopped thinking that if I did take a risk or finally did what I want, that I wouldn't end up missing out on money that was meant to be spent, money I earned and I could have a little bit of leisure time with. For some of us, on the other side of saving, some of us, if we grew up poor, we might be living out our childhood that we couldn't experience due to our parents' financial situation. So we spend all our money on all the activities we couldn't do as a child. And you know you'll get by because you've been doing all your life on a small little portion of money. You've been getting by. You could do something with a small chunk of change. But that belief, that mindset is what's holding you back from where you want to be. We may be scared to take financial risks, maybe invest your money, maybe invest in something that you know can better your work, better your skills, but you just don't want to take that risk because what if? What if I end up back poor? Those beliefs hold us back tremendously. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at, they change. And we don't only hold these beliefs about money. We hold it about everything, about God, about people, about our jobs, about the whole world. The experience I had with money when I was younger determined the way I looked at money. So the money changed how it presented itself in my life. My belief about it was wrong. And I'm not saying there's any right or wrong thing to believe in, but the wrong aspect of it is if it doesn't serve you in the way that you want it, then it's wrong. And it's different for everybody. You have your own rights and wrongs, I have my own. But whatever serves your purpose, that's the right. Money can be the best resource, but it can also be the greatest source of stress for you and everybody around you. Some people think it's evil. This goes hand in hand with people. If you go about looking at them in a judgmental and a negative way, they may seem evil to you. But that's just the lens that you're viewing them in. If you take a moment and think, maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're just struggling. Then you could see further and understand that it's a bigger picture to this. But once you think that they're evil, that just closes your brain. Any good that that person may have to offer automatically gets cut out because you can't see past the negative that they may have brought to one situation, and then that just blinded your view on their whole person. Even if you don't want to engage with this person any further, you could still show a little bit of empathy, give them that little bit of benefit of the doubt. And once you do that, the idea of that person that you're talking to, it changes. Instead of you thinking that they just this grumpy weirdo, you think that, hey, they might just be having a hard day. The next time I see them, let me go ahead, bring some light to that conversation, bring some light to that interaction. And the whole time, the next time you see them, they might be like, I was just having a bad day. And boom, you simply just extending that hand, that warm hand, you just build a connection, and that connection could take you far. This world is based all around connections. Find your limiting belief. If beliefs create reality, then find the ones that are stopping you from reaching your goal, reaching your dream. If we don't understand what's holding us back, then there's no way to improve on it. There's no way to start going forward. Start trying to understand yourself. Understand what's creating this part of my reality and where it's coming from. And how can I go and create a different kind of reality? What's this new belief, this new affirmation that I need to plant in my mind as to get to where I want to be? If this limiting belief is planted deep in your subconscious, then it'll just dominate everything. We need to deprogram these limiting beliefs and replace them with affirmations. Things like I'm good enough, I can do this, I'm very successful, money's good, I'm charismatic, I can support my people. You find the one you need, you can play around with it and find the one you need and just keep on repeating that. Deeply root these new beliefs into your subconscious, into your mind. Once it's rooted, it's automatic, big bro. No cap. 96% of your decisions are automated by your subconscious. You think that you doing something free will, that it's your thought, but it's really just that you don't even know about. That's why some of our actions don't really match our surface level goals, because deep inside, that's not what you want. And once you change these beliefs that you have, you're going to be in the right place at the right time, and your third eye is going to open to all the opportunities that can be had. And all you got to do is take action. Now, number 2, it's your self-image. Self-image isn't just how you view yourself. Your self-image isn't just the idea on yourself. It determines the limitations of your performance in your reality. It's like a cage, like an environment. If your environment is small, then you can only do so much. You can only express so much of your person. But once that territory, that environment increases, then you could go ahead and do anything. The capacity in which you expand in is in direct correlation to your self-image. Like I was saying earlier, there's no right or wrong way to view yourself, but there is a right or wrong for you. Right? It helps you grow, helps you achieve more, reach your goals. You could see yourself as a charismatic person, got the whole crowd going, but your performance isn't representing that. You could look at the difference between yourself in a public space and a private space. And if those two use, if it's a big gap between them, then there's something a little bit finicky about your self-image. You may think you have this self-image, but you don't. You may think that you're this funny person, this outgoing person in private, but once you get in that group setting, are you still funny? If that gap is small, then you being true to yourself. Keep on going, king or queen. In that case, your self-image is actually allowing you to express the fullest you. Give your fullest expression to the world. It's allowing you to perform the best in any situation given. I know a lot of people who are natural talkers. They're hilarious. They could just keep on spitting, keep on going. But they let their self-image hinder their ability to express that, depending on how many people they're talking to or the person that they're talking to. Say if the person they're talking to is something decent, something fine, something bad, that mouthpiece that they had on them, it go mute. You may start to think that this person is out of your league, or that you don't even have the right to speak to them, that you may not be good enough. Our ideas and concepts about ourselves limits us, because sometimes we believe, think, and see ourselves as someone that can achieve. Our self-image doesn't allow us to take that step forward because we already think that we can't. It's going to limit you like a cage, even if you do have the discipline and the willpower. It's going to sabotage you. You need a self-image that directly relates to what you want to do, what you want to be, to your goal. If you want to be a barber, then you got to think of yourself as the best barber in the world. And if you're not there yet, then you're going to be the best surgeon in the world. You got to think that you're the best. You got to think that you're good enough. You got to think that you're a 10 at all times. And even if you're not there yet, you're bound to be. You're destined to be. That is your destiny. If you think that you're some sort of loser, some sort of geek, some sort of chud, then how would you be able to actually go ahead and take hold of what you want? Your dreams are here, but you looking at yourself right here. So you could never even look at the feet of your dreams. You could never even lick the bottom of the foot of your dreams. So that is simply holding you back. We got to be able to look at ourselves in the best positive light. We got to be positive in this outcome that we're wishing for, that we're manifesting. Number 3, action. Once you get your beliefs in line, that allows you to see the opportunities that are arising. You get your self-image in line, that allows you to take control of any situation that you're in, express yourself to the fullest capacity. Now it's action. Action is the part where you act on what you want. You see something decent, you walk down. If you see an opportunity that you could easily get, say it's a career goal, say it's a person that you know you need to talk to in order to walk through that door, you're going to do it. You can't manifest this dream job, manifest, oh, can I get a girlfriend? Can I get a boyfriend? If you're not going to take that action and do it. If you want a girlfriend, you can't sit in the house all day and play the game, eating Doritos. You feel me? You have to get out there. You gotta get open. You feel me? If you want to shoot the ball, you gotta be open first. You sitting in your room is like you sitting 100% smothered. You can't do that. You can't hope that some sort of girl or boy is gonna come and knock on your door. You open up the door and they think you're beautiful and want to go out with you. That's just not reality. You got to take action to get what you want. All the beliefs, all the self-image, that can only go so far if you don't act on it. And some of y'all may be wondering, like, what actions do I need to take? What is this guy talking about? Just breathe. What are you saying? In your manifestations and your goals, you got to be realistic. You feel me? If you want to be that lawyer, don't just look at being a lawyer. Like, it's no real action that you could take from just being a regular Joe Schmo to being a lawyer. And break down your goals into smaller goals. So instead of trying to become a lawyer while you're in law school, make sure you're getting straight A's. You feel me? Make sure you're keeping good connection with your professors. You feel me? Make sure you're greeting them. Make sure you're building that connection, because they could be that person that could get you in the door. Some more smaller goals is just going outside more often. If you want to meet more people, you got to go outside. You got to go find them people. So say just going to the store, going to get groceries, maybe going to the gym. If you want your body looking right, do a workout at home. Follow a workout video on YouTube. These small actions are just simple progress to your goals. These small steps, they're starting to build habits. And a whole bunch of small habits, they compound on top of each other. They become automatic. And that goal won't be too far. Your main goal is going to be very far away. You in it for the long run. That's why it's your main goal. Main goals take work. They take effort and they take time. Consistency is the number one. And putting action towards that goal is of utmost importance. If you're not putting action towards your goal, then that's just a far out dream. You could write 1,000 pages of what you want, but if you're not acting towards it, if you're not going outside and getting it, if you're not going to speak to that person, maybe that job recruiter that could get you that job, then it's never going to happen. You can manifest all you want. You could pray to whatever God you want. And if it happens, then hey, you just got lucky, but I bet you it's not repeatable. You need to take that step and don't be scared. You a new person now. All them limitations, that self-image that you have, you broke that. You a new person. Now you just need the action to back it up. If you want immediate results, then start small. Small goals is easy to complete and they build towards your main goal. Number 4 is confidence. So we got belief, self-image, action. Confidence is how you hold yourself through the situation, how you posture yourself, how you speak. Although you acting on something, if you don't got confidence behind your words, behind your purpose, behind your intention, then the person you speaking with, the connection you trying to build, is going to be flimsy. People could sniff out confidence just like a shark sniffing blood. People could smell weakness. So you got to hold yourself to a certain level, to a certain pressure. Confidence has many different forms. But what it really is just you expressing yourself to your truest identity. Letting out your fullest expression without caring what others think about. What do you care about what others think about? Unlike the other ones, confidence doesn't just spawn in. You gotta practice getting confident. You feel me? Confidence takes a whole bunch of reps. Confidence is stepping out your comfort zone and doing something that you didn't want to do. Confidence is trying out new things and waiting till you find something that stick and going with it. So to practice this, first you could start by fixing your posture. Head up, chest out, shoulders rolled back. Walk with confidence, walk with purpose. Start by taking up some space, you feel me? When you sit down, spread your legs, gang. Take up some space. Who gonna say something to you? Increase your volume. If you want to get comfortable, get comfortable. Speak when you have something to say. If you want to be heard, you gotta say something. Closed mouths don't get fed. Once you start doing this, you're gonna feel your energy shift. And once you complete all these, just make sure that manifestation that we did earlier, that goal that you imprinted in your brain, just keep on repeating that. Keep on following that cycle. Make sure that's the top thing in your brain. That's what you're working for. That's what you're doing it for. That's your goal. That's the main goal. That's the rainbow looking at. And understand that with this main goal, with this dream of yours, you're gonna fail. You gonna hit roadblocks, and that's okay. Life is all about failures. Failure is your greatest teacher. Just because you fail, that does not mean quit. That means take it as a lesson and go back in with your newfound knowledge. Failure comes with the game. It's a reason that this is your main goal. If it was something easy to achieve, then it would not be your main goal. It would not be something that you were striving for. We need these guidelines that I just listed to know how to get where we want. Remember, our brains did not come with instruction manuals. Our life did not come with an instruction manual. All of us is really just winging it. So if you do fail at something, get back up. We all done did it. In public or in private, we all did it. Make sure you stay true to yourself. Change around all those limited beliefs that you got. Fix your self-image. Take action. If you see something, act on it. Confidence. Be confident in yourself. Express yourself to the truest form that you can. And make sure you keep that goal in the front of your head. Move with purpose and move with intention. That's it for y'all boys. Y'all better stay smooth.